Continuamos aquí en el estudio de Cisco Connect LatAm 2025. Yo soy Luis G.I.G. y ustedes saben, hemos estado hablando de distintas tendencias del mundo de la tecnología, la inteligencia artificial, con expertos que realmente vale la pena escuchar. Y el que tengo conmigo también lo vale, y me refiero a Cory Minton. Él es Global CTO en Splunk. Cory, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
How
It's
do you
fantastic.
feel? How do you feel here in Cisco Connect LatAm?
Well, I got to come to this event last year, and I'll tell you, I signed up immediately again for this year because of one, the experience here from a location is incredible.
Yeah.
But also the opportunity to connect with so many executives from Latin America and Cisco customers is just unmatched. So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. I have a question.
Please.
Okay, Splunk talks about powering and protecting the AI revolution. But what does that vision truly mean in practice, especially in partnership with Cisco?
Yeah, I think when we talk about powering the AI revolution, it's really about this concept that we think of AI in two critical ways. One is we firmly believe that AI will continue to unlock new capabilities for our customers in security and observability, meaning we think that if we do a good job of manifesting AI in Splunk, security and IT teams and software development teams will actually get results faster, and they'll be able to move from reacting to challenges in their environments to predicting when those are going to happen and really understanding the business context of those incidents under the digital ecosystem. But I think the other side of it is that we see organizations rapidly adopting AI for meaningful outcomes in their business, and we see this as another digital workload that the board of directors, the executive teams still have to answer. Is that digital system, that AI, secure and up and running and performing as it should? And so practically, we help organizations instrument modern AI systems from the infra stack all the way to the outcomes and the interface that the users are experiencing to make sure that it is secure and running as it should.
Okay, well, enterprises are dealing with massive amounts of data spreads across clouds, apps, and infrastructure.
Yeah.
What is the right approach to manage the data at scale, breaking down silos, and prepare it to fuel AI effectively?
Yeah, I think the AI and digital resilience problems all come back to data, right? In order for AI to be effectively leveraged, to be trained, to be put into practice, you need large volumes of data. And in order to answer that question, is it secure? You have to have data. And so we find that the reality is that data is the fuel for these AI innovations, and that it's no longer possible to just say, hey, send all the data to one data lake. The data has become too large, too distributed, too disparate. And so what we're finding is this concept of a data fabric is incredibly powerful when you give organizations the ability to manage their data and put the right data in the right place at the right time, but then also that you create this fabric that can be used to train new AI. And we think that this AI that we have today, most of the generative AI today we have has been trained on publicly available data. But I think what the next innovation, the next unlock for major organizations will actually be on using machine data, the telemetry from their systems that is unique and not public. It's very unique to that enterprise, actually using that data to create their own new AI and machine GPTs that actually will make systems more resilient because it's, again, trained not just on public data, but on that data that's unique and that can be that competitive moat that your competitors don't have. And so we think that having that fabric concept of putting the right data in the right place at the right time, but building a foundation for that next generation machine GPT is critically important.
Then, Cory, with so much focus on adopting AI, how should enterprises be thinking about securing and protecting this system, making sure they are not only safe, but also running optimally?
Yeah, it goes back to, we have to treat AI with the same security and operations practices that we've had across our other digital transformations as we move from data centers to cloud. And I think that if you adopt that idea that if I don't instrument a thing, if I can't see what's happening inside that system, it's really hard to secure and protect it. And so I'm working with a lot of organizations around the world on how do we actually do that in a modern way to actually make sure that we're getting the right data, the right sensing from those environments into an operational platform that gives you the ability to answer both security, IT operations and development questions in a single place so that teams can work together more effectively. They can get the benefit of those AI tools being brought into that kind of a platform. And I think that that's critical as, organizations are going to adopt it into their like mission critical customer facing applications. You still have to answer, is it secure and is it running as it should? And that starts with instrumentation. And then the next phase is once you get that instrumentation, bringing teams together in a cross-domain platform to answer those questions is critical.
Now, Cory, from your perspective, how can organizations use data and AI together to move beyond simply reacting to disruption and instead build true digital resilience?
Yeah, I think so. If you adopt this data fabric concept, this Cisco data fabric that's really powered by Splunk, we see organizations really getting the ability to use AI in the products and build their own AI to move from, as you said, reactive, right? The way that security teams have measured their effectiveness for years has been mean time to detection or mean time to remediation. And what we're finding is these new concepts really do allow us to apply machine learning and AI to data at what we call ludicrous scale for those security and AI or IT questions that makes them faster. And we start to move from MTTR or D to MTTP or mean time to prediction because frankly, the machines can work at scale humans cannot. They can detect patterns that humans are not capable of. But if we don't give them the right data and the right platform to instantiate that AI, to train it on your unique sort of seasonal and system demands, it won't really be a personal unlock. And I believe that this data fabric concept advances AI security and observability in really, really radical ways.
Cory Minton, Global CTO and Splunk, thank you very much for joining us and share all your ideas. Something to add to close this interview?
Yeah, I would just say to the CIOs and CTOs and CISOs out there, really don't sleep on your data management strategy. Make sure you understand that machine data fabric at scale and what that means. Because if you want to have AI have the impacts for your organization the way that you expect and the way that the board is expecting, you're going to have to get your data management strategy right. And then I'd say the first place and best place to start with AI is where are your enterprise vendors manifested in their products? Try those first before trying to go build your own because the ROI hasn't been great for many of those projects, but it is really good ROI when you use well-tested AI from your vendors.
Cory, thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Y muchas gracias a ustedes que están con nosotros aquí en Cisco Connect LatAm. Nosotros continuamos compartiendo más de todas estas ideas.